What's going on? It's Allan from mindvisionmedia.net, and this tutorial is going to show you how to add widgets, duplicate widgets, in particular the home page. As you can see, I have a lot of different widgets here. I get a lot of questions about how to add a horizontal widget here, or how to move the colophon widget, which is this bottom widget containing my Google ad, how to move that colophon widget above the home widgets, or just create another space in here between the featured content and main content area and the home widgets. And we're going to dive into that. Alright, so it's really going to be a quick tutorial, not much to it, but this is PHP style, so we're going to be duplicating widgets PHP style. So if you've been using WordPress for any length of time, even if it's just a week or two, you're going to soon realize that you're going to have to start at least handling code, not necessarily doing coding or writing PHP or MySQL or anything else. But you're going to have to get used to handling code, copying and pasting code, editing minor pieces of the code to customize whatever code it is. And this is an extension of that. So we're going to be editing some PHP today. So you want to go to Appearance and Editor. Okay, once you're inside your theme editor, and we're working on the responsive theme from Theme ID, in case you didn't know. And over here on the side you have all the template files, and what we're going to work with today is the sidebar home PHP file. Okay. And you'll be able to identify it because there will be your home widgets. Okay, all your home widgets are in there. Alright, so what we're going to be doing now, first thing you want to do is click inside that file, press Control A and Control C, copy and paste the original sidebar home PHP file into a text editor like Notepad and save a copy. Okay, I help a lot of people fix their code after they go in and try to edit these PHP files inside the theme editor. And what you always want to do is make a copy of the original first before you start making edits. That way, if you make a mistake, you can always go back and paste in the original and it's all fixed, and then you can start over. Or you can work on your child theme and it won't really affect anything too much, but you still want to have a copy of the original. That way you have a clean version to go back to in case you make a mistake. Alright, so as you can see, here's the top of the file. It's got some header information here, and then it gets right into it. Div, widgets, home widgets. Okay, home widget 1, home widget 2, okay, home widget 3. Okay, so that refers to these 3 widgets here. Alright, so what we're going to do is do a little quick PHP cheat to duplicate some widgets, add a couple of widgets to the home page. Now keep in mind, these will not show up in your widget area. You will have to edit the content for these widgets that we're adding via PHP. You'll have to edit the content here inside the editor. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, if I go over here to my appearance and widgets, I just want to show you this. Okay, what I'm talking about is all of your default widgets show up over here inside your widget area. And there you have home widget 1, home widget 2, home widget 3. These widgets we're about to create via PHP will not show up inside here. So there will be no drag and drop, unfortunately, but you can edit the content inside the editor, as I stated. Alright, so let's get started. Let's get back over to our editor. And once again, that is Appearance, Editor. I'm doing some uploads in the background, so bear with me. Okay, so we're back to our sidebar home PHP file, and now we're going to start duplicating widgets. So here's my cheat. Okay, let's see. Home widgets, it always pays to read, and this code is not as hard as you think once you start reading it. So here's a start of a div or a container. It's 300 width and above the widget hook, and it's home widget 1. Okay, so that's the start of the div that contains home widget 1. This is the first line is the main container that holds the home widgets. Okay, home widgets. This is more specific, home widget 1. Okay. And let's see, here's the title, widget title, okay, home widget 1, and here's the text for the widget. This is your first home widget box, blah blah blah. That's the default text that shows up in the widget unless you have something in there. And let's see, end of widget and end of widget 1. Okay. And let's see, end and responsive after widget hook and end of column 300. Okay, so it begins with a container and it ends with a container. Okay, and then if you notice, it starts all over again. You got another container, a div, and this is above widget hook, and this one is widget 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is cheat. We're going to take all of this for widget 1, and I'm just going to copy it. Control C. Okay, now I'm going to click here, put my mouse here on the second line, make some space. I'm going to press my tab key to push that back in. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to put a couple more spaces in there. I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to paste what I just copied. So now I have two home widget 1s, if you notice. I copied home widget 1's code and pasted it above home widget 1. So now I have two home widget 1s, but I'm going to change this so I know it's different. I'm going to change it to home widget A. And here's the title, most important part. That's what shows up on your site. So I'm going to change that one to home widget A. And there's another one over here in the dummy text. I'm going to go ahead and change that. And I'm going to change this one at the bottom. Alright. And now let's go take a look. Let's update that. Okay. Again, I apologize. I'm doing some uploads in the background, so my browser's a little slow. It's getting a workout tonight. Okay, and as you can see, it added a widget. It blew out my layout, of course, which I knew it would do, but I just wanted to show you I just added a widget. Now what we're going to do is modify that code so it just lines up nice and nice. And what I want to do is I'm going to go right here where it says 300. See, they're all 300. And that container, that main container, the reason it's all messed up when I added a widget is because it's only big enough to fit the 3 widgets. These are each 300 width. So 3 times 300 is 900. So adding another widget force my layout to go vertical. Okay, but we're going to fix that. Basically what I want to do is change the width of this first widget, because I want to use it for, let's say, maybe a header for my widgets or something like that. So I'm going to change the width to 940. Okay, because that is the width of the page on the home page, or the main container on the home page. Alright, and then I'm also going to change down here. It has a closing div for the container. That's 300 also. You can change that to 940 as well. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and update the file and see what happens. Now it's wide enough to, it should push the widgets back down. And there we go. Alrighty, so my home widgets are back in order the way I had them. But now you notice there's another widget right here. And it's called Home Widget A. Okay, Home Widget A. Right here. Alright, and that's because we changed the width to 940. Now, what if I want to center that text? Let's see. Well, we go right in here. And right here where the title is, and we got Home Widget A. Let's do so let's center that title and text. I'm just going to click right in here where the title is, widget title, and right here inside these quotation marks is the title for the widget. Okay, that's what shows up right here, Home Widget A. Okay, so I'm gonna just center that by using a quick little div trick. Okay, and let's do the same for the text that's inside the widget, which is the body. This is the body and that's the title. Okay, so I'm going to center this text so it's not aligned on the left. Alright, I'm going to do the same little div trick. Okay, go ahead and upload that file. Update it. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh. And there you go. I now have that text centered in that widget that I just duplicated from Home Widget 1. I took the code from Home Widget 1 and modified it, and this is what I came out with. Now I have a header section for my home widgets below. I can put whatever I want. Hey, check out my links below, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah. So let's see, maybe I want to get rid of this text here. So I'm just gonna go inside here and delete that text that's in there. Okay, go ahead and keep the div, but get rid of the text. Go ahead and update that file. Jump back over to the website. And now there's just a title there. Okay, and that's probably what I would use it for, is some kind of introductory title or explanation of the sections below. Alright, so that's a quick PHP way to duplicate widgets. I didn't write any code. All I did was copy and paste some code, and then I did some minor edits. Okay, so I'm going to put that text back in there. Go ahead and update. Jump back over to the site. refresh, and I just put the text back in there. Okay, so now what if you want another one? Okay, this method of copying, being very careful and copying a widget's code and pasting it somewhere else and then editing the contents is a universal method, so you can use that to edit any of these PHP files or content PHP files, especially for the widgets. Alright, so let's see. Let me do it again. I'm going to copy that div we just created. Okay, all the way to the 940. That starts home widget 1, so I don't want to copy that. I'm just dealing with home widget A. Alright, so I'm going to end and beginning. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Make some space. Press my tab key to come in. I'm going to paste that again. Go ahead and update that file. Now I should have two horizontally aligned widgets above my regular default home widgets. I refresh the page, and there you go. I have two widgets now. And unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, you can't go to your widget area and just pop content in here. You're going to have to edit the content inside the file, the PHP file, but you can add hyperlinks, links, images, whatever you want. I'm not going to get into the codes, HTML codes and stuff like that, or CSS codes for adding style or images and stuff like that. There's millions of answers for that on the internet. Just Google how to create a hyperlink or how to insert an image into a page, and you can get all the code for that, and then you just put that here inside the content area for the home widget that you create, and always give it a unique name so that you can distinguish it from the rest of your widgets. Okay, so I hope that was helpful on a quick method of duplicating widgets. You just copy a widget that you like and duplicate it, and then if you want, modify the width, okay, and adjust it to your liking. And let's see what happens if I change this width to something smaller. Actually, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Once again, it will blow out my layout, so I'm going to keep it at 940 and just center whatever I put in it. Alright, that is the best practice for this method. So stick with that. I won't go into trying to modify the width on that because you'll just run into problems. Alright, this width of 940 keeps the widget horizontally aligned, and it keeps it above your regular default home widget 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so copy and paste a widget above another widget or wherever you'd like, and go ahead and modify it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of these. Put my site back to its original configuration, and that's the end of the two widgets we just created. Alright, and I'm going to just go ahead and delete that. And now I should just have home widget 1, home widget 2, and home widget 3. Okay. What I'm going to do here is copy this. Because I got rid of that div for my text. So I'm just going to copy this one and place it here. Alrighty. Now I'm looking consistent on the code. Okay. and just pays to pay attention when you're messing with your code so that you are not making any mistakes. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and update that file real quick. Go back and refresh my page, and I just removed those widgets that we just created using PHP copy and paste. Alright, no coding like I promised. Alright, so just be careful where you place your cursor, where you copy, where you paste. And like I said, make a copy of your original before you start editing, and you shouldn't have any problems. Alright, hope that was helpful. Give me your comments. If you have any questions, contact me at mindvisitmedia.net. Alright, till next time, talk to you later. Bye.